Hello, my name is Charles Webster Baer, and today is September 24, 2024, and I'm in Redmond, Oregon, USA, and I'm running for mayor of Redmond, Oregon, USA. Again. So please vote for me, Charles Webster Baer, for mayor of Redmond, Oregon, USA. I believe that the voters of Redmond, Oregon are intelligent enough to realize that they have a opportunity to lead the world in the two most important political issues of this millennium. Number one is environmentalism, and number two is government fiscal transparency. And that's why I think that you should vote for me, Charles Webster Baer, for mayor of Redmond, Oregon, USA in 2024. Because I believe that the voters of Redmond, Oregon are smart enough to realize that they have an opportunity to lead the world in the two most important political issues of this millennium. Number one, environmentalism, and number two, government fiscal transparency. So I'm going to talk about both of those things in this video. And that's why I think that you should vote for me, Charles Webster Baer, for mayor of Redmond, Oregon, USA. I'm a libertarian, which means I'm for less government and more freedom. And I'm a Buddhist, which means I think that if the universe does not exist, then you are the soul. And I'm a depopulationist, and depopulationism means that it's illegal for people to reproduce a second time for the first few centuries of this millennium. And if I'm elected mayor of Redmond, I'll create a program. And the program will cost taxpayers zero. It'll be entirely volunteer work and private donations. And It'll be run out of Central Oregon Community College, Redmond branch. It'll be completely transparent, and it'll be entirely owned and operated by the Oregon state government. This program will create an AI program. This program will create a cryptocurrency. This program will create a social network where people can vote and comment. And this program will have search. And this program will be available to Oregonians first, and then the entire human race. And that's government fiscal transparency. So now let's talk about environmentalism. Environmentalism is the most important issue there is for everybody, forever, period. In fact, it's the only relevant political topic that exists. And so human beings right now, today, are killing the planet with overpopulation. And that's bad. Killing the planet is wrong. It's criminal, it's insane, it's evil, and we shouldn't do it. We should not kill the planet. That's bad. And the way to not kill the planet, the way to save the planet, is called depopulationism. Depopulationism was created by the Chinese in 1980. It's called the one woman, one child policy. So depopulationists want to create a decline in the human population on Earth. And the most civilized way to do that is through depopulationism. Which means, depopulationism means it's illegal for humans on Earth to reproduce a second time for the first few centuries of this millennium. So if you're not a depopulationist, you need to review what you are and think it through again. And if you are a depopulationist, well, good for you. Depopulationists are part of the solution, and non-depopulationists, well, they're part of the problem. So depopulationists need to vote for depopulationists, and if there's no option for a depopulationist candidate on the ballot, then depopulationists need to run for political office. Like me. Now, if I'm elected mayor of Redmond, Oregon, then depopulationism will be my number one priority. Because depopulationism has been my number one priority since 1985. So what's that going to look like? What does that mean? Well, if I'm mayor of Redmond, Oregon, it'll be illegal for human beings to reproduce a second time in Redmond, Oregon. Well, what's the punishment for breaking this law? Well, that's a good question. So if I'm mayor of Redmond and you reproduce a second time in Redmond, you will be breaking the law and you'll be punished. If you're a female, you will receive a $1,000 fine and 7 days in jail or 40 hours of community service. If you're a male, you'll receive a $3,000 fine and a month in jail or 150 hours of community service. Now, every year, this punishment will double. And after 5 years, this punishment will triple every year. And of course, I'll try to implement this law statewide, nationwide, and worldwide, like I've been doing for the last 40 years. Because if Oregonians are going to continue to lead the world politically, this is what we have to do. We have to lead by example. We can't tell people how to save the planet unless we're actually doing it ourselves, because then we're hypocrites. So we have to do the right thing here in Oregon first, and then we can tell the rest of the planet how to do the right thing. So it starts here in Redmond. We need to do it correctly here in Redmond, and then tell the state of Oregon how to do it, and the country, America, how to do it, and the world, planet Earth, how to do it. So we have to do it right now here in Redmond, and then we can explain to the rest of the human race how they too can also do it correctly. And that's why I think that you should vote for me, Charles Webster Baer, for mayor of Redmond, Oregon, USA. Because I think that the voters of Redmond, Oregon are smart enough to realize that we have an opportunity to lead the world on the two most important political issues of this millennium. Number one, environmentalism, and number two, government fiscal transparency. Now, there's a lot of other issues out there, and I've liked talking about those, and I have talked about those other issues, and I'll continue to talk about those other issues. But this video, I want to focus on the two main issues. Number one, environmentalism, and number two, government fiscal transparency. Environmentalism means depopulationism, and government fiscal transparency means making a program for the Oregon state government that will promote government fiscal transparency worldwide online with AI and crypto and social media, which means online voting and freedom of speech online and democracy online and search online, which will promote freedom of speech. So thank you very much. Have a great day. Please feel free to contact me. And peace in the hood.